Giannis is on the market, and any team that wants to be anywhat competitive, they're gonna throw the kitchen sink at him while he's dead smack in the middle of his prime. So I think San Antonio at 2 is in a prime position to make a big move before draft time.
I think that's likely for sure, but I think it'll probably be more likely. And I know this is probably like the trendy choice, but he stays in Texas. He's going to Texas, but it might not be over by the Alamo. It might be over there by
NRG.
Mm-hmm. No.
So we know that usually the draft order never usually stays the same, and with the trade discussions at hand, what do you think that are some teams that are probably going to trade out of the top 5?
I think, and I hope this is not a hot take, and if it is a hot take, okay, but I think the Spurs stay in 2. But I think it sucks because I know realistically they're going to move out of that position. And they're going to eventually end up making a package for Giannis, which is too enticing for the Bucks to resist. And they're going to end up getting Giannis unless the Mavericks trade their 1 pick. But I think it's the Spurs. I think what I think the Spurs should do, my personal opinion, I would trade D Fox. I would trade D Fox. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not the highest fan.
To come there.
Yeah, they just got
He just asked to come. Not even they traded him. He just requested to go there.
I mean,
he's not leaving.
I mean, it's not. He re-signed, so obviously he's gonna be there. But I mean, you have Castle. He's rookie of the year with high level potential, and then on top of that, you got I mean, Dylan Harper is the second best player in the draft behind Cooper Flagg. That's like he's a 6'6" lefty guard out of Rutgers, man.
Yeah, he nice.
He's gonna be the truth. Like, you don't find 6'6" level guards like that that's fluent, is efficient on all 3 levels of the floor, is an amazing playmaker, can get down here with the best of them. He's 6'6", so really guards are too small, bigs are too slow. Like, he's that guy. So like him at 2, it's like I feel like that's the best trade package possible.
Him and Wemby?
No. I don't think you can draft him and still have Stephon Castle and D Fox. So that's why I would say you would realistically have to trade the 2 pick to Milwaukee in order to let Milwaukee get their star, let them rebrand their face, bring some of their role play to San Antonio, but also you're getting Giannis in the process of it. Now you got Wemby at the 5, Giannis at the 4, and then I don't know who you keep out of Castle. They could ask for Castle too in a trade of that nature. Yeah. I'm not sure. But I think the team with the best, realistic opportunity to trade out of that position is going to be the Spurs. Giannis is on the market, and any team that wants to be anywhat competitive, they're going to throw the kitchen sink at him while he's dead smack in the middle of his prime. So I think San Antonio at 2 is in a prime position to make a big move before draft time.
I think that's likely for sure, but I think it'll probably be more likely. And I know this is probably like the trendy choice, but he stays in Texas. He's going to Texas, but it might not be over by the Alamo. It might be over there by
NRG.
Mm-hmm. No.
Over there by
hey, that would be hard, but he gonna
American Airlines.
He gonna be over there by Jerry's World. He gonna be over there by Jerry's World.
American Airlines.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it. Look at that fan base. I know it's a lot of pressure on Nico Harrison, but I mean, in recent hindsight, maybe he wasn't so crazy after all.
That's BS, man.
Well, I'm playing devil's advocate here, but think about it from a standpoint of like this. What ranking are we giving to Luka Doncic right now? Is he top 5?
Yes.
Okay. You? Top 5? Ah, shit.
Bro, let's not act like because he has
that's a whole separate discussion.
one mediocre playoff.
I'll give him top. He needed to start playing some defense. But he top 10 offensively. He top 5 offensively.
I'd say top 5, yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead, make your point.
So Luka's top 5. Do we obviously, you know, the ceiling of Cooper Flag is through the roof. But will we consider current day Giannis to be better than Luka Doncic?
Nah.
You don't think so?
Nah.
Well, you put him like what, a spot below? Maybe 2?
That's a hard question.
That is probably like
But
maybe 2 spots, maybe 2. Yeah.
Okay, so
But like
I'm taking
Giannis.
so okay, you're taking Giannis, but bare minimum, Giannis is a top 5 player. And
Giannis is a top 3 player.
okay, he's a top 3 player. Do we think that realistically, Cooper Flag's projection is going to be top 3 level scorer or top 3 level player in the NBA? Because if your answer is no for the Dallas Mavericks and your win now window that you're trying to sell to your fans is right here in the making, then why not make a trade for one of the best players in the NBA who's still in his prime right now that complements the games of both of the co-stars that you currently have on your roster? You can package up a deal, you can get rid of some pieces that Giannis is more than capable of making up for on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. It decreases the ball handling load of Kyrie Irving to a certain extent, and it helps out AD in keeping him in the role of the number 5.
Pause. Are you subscribed to Check the Set podcast, man? While we on this pause, you make sure you go on that YouTube link and you subscribe to Check the Set podcast, or you gonna make my boy Omari sad, man.
I'm gonna do something crazy.
My answer is you see this with the Nuggets, you see this with the Rockets, you see this with the Lakers. Depth matters. You can't just like see the shiny franchise player who's available and want him on your team. You got to be able to
Have depth.
depth like that.
Yeah,
Like, if
it's
you don't have a
important.
bench, you're screwed.
Yeah.
So I don't think Dallas is trying to find their new guy. I think they're trying to complete their puzzle. And I think Cooper fits into that puzzle piece more than
Giannis.
who can really get us a ring right now. I think that they, like Tyler was saying earlier, they were on the brink of making the playoffs this year. So
Yeah.
I think they're just trying to really complete the puzzle rather than win then trying to change their whole franchise around.
I don't know if it's the most realistic thing in the world, but I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of like if you're trying to hop into that win now mode that they've been trying to promote since that Luka trade, this is probably the best way that you're gonna be able to do it.
Maybe I'm going on a limb here. Maybe Utah. Maybe Utah will trade out. Maybe. I feel like adding Giannis to that. I mean, Laurie Marketing and Jordan Clarkson there. I mean, that'd be a different sight. I feel like it would, help them. I feel like Giannis would be in a pretty good role there. So I feel like they'll probably trade out and go get Giannis.
Wait,
know.
what?
I don't know.
Wait, Utah going to get Giannis?
Yeah, like they would trade out.
No,
to go get Giannis. You don't think
hell
so?
no.
It would have to be a multi-team trade.
Yeah, because
Utah
what-
doesn't have a
No,
team.
no.
What assets do they have? Like what assets do
That's
they
the
have?
only reason why it's funny. Like it's fun. Like they're not competitive. Giannis, I mean, that's the main reason he's leaving because they're not competitive. He's already in a small market, so you're going to Utah to go to another small market to be uncompetitive.
Yeah, I mean,
and then you
okay.
for sure not getting nobody.
Let me see.
So like with this question, it's more the fact like it's not a Giannis related question. It's a who realistically in that top 5 will trade out of it. So that means you could get any one of these superstars that's gonna be realistically available.
Do you think the Sixers will trade out?
That's what I was about to say. I was just about to say that.
I think there's a realistic chance they can trade out to build around Giannis. I say Giannis. Build around Embiid and Tyrese, and I
You don't
wouldn't
think
say
they
Paul
finna come
George.
off? You won't think they finna come off of Embiid?
No,
Now, let me ask you a question. If you're a team with a bunch of draft picks, do you hold on to all your draft picks and draft players from the draft, or do you try to trade up or maybe trade and get some free agents? And before you answer that, let me list off some player option free agents.
For this year? Okay.
James Harden, LeBron James,
Harden just signed.
Julius Randle, Kyrie Irving, Miles Turner, Josh Giddey, Fred VanVleet, Jonathan Kuminga, Naz Reid, Malik Beasley.
I feel like
This goes on.
I feel like they're gonna sign that.
What would you do if you're a team with a bunch of picks?
I think it depends on the vision that you have. Because we've seen success in both avenues. We've seen teams like LeBron-led championship level teams who sacrifice draft picks and stuff because they know that they're going to be competitive now when they have top upper echelon guys. Why not just add more pieces that complement them by using your assets of trade picks? But then you look at a team like the Golden State Warriors who built majority of their team from the ground up for their latest championship and their first championship for sure. Then also look at guys like the Thunder right now who have essentially built a upper echelon team just off of stockpiling draft picks. So
That's true.
My last question would be, what's more valuable, a top 3 pick or a 26-year-old All-Star?
26-year-old
All-Star. They're already seasoned. They know the game already. They know the pace of the NBA. You know what I'm saying? That you don't really have to throw so much on them. You know what I mean? Like,
I think it's a difference though, like in the level of that number 1 overall pick or that top pick, because you have guys like Victor Wembanyama, where it's like
we can't.
You wouldn't even trade like.
Yeah, we can't.
It don't matter if they gave you Nikola Jokic, they not trading that 1 pick for what Wemby can be.
Yeah,
You for sure not getting off that pick. So I think it just really just depends on the hype of the prospect. And I didn't know that Cooper Flag. I mean, obviously we knew he's going to be 1, but I'm looking at it from was he like center point, like he's a can't miss once in a generation type prospect? No. I don't see that.
I think it also depends on like how much you value the top 3 level pick, because we've seen super hype players that end up flaming out in their careers. No disrespect to those players, but like how valuable is a Ben Simmons in this current day and age as a number 1 prospect who is projected to be similar mode to LeBron James? But then again, you look at guys like how valuable is an Anthony Davis? How valuable is a Kyrie Irving? How valuable is a Cade Cunningham? So it just depends on how you view that pick compared to what you already get, because that level of ascension, if you truly know how to develop and believe in them, it'll take you to a roof. Maybe to heights that a 26-year-old can't.